Hi, everyone. I'm Heather, Floreo's Director of Customer Success, and today I have my colleagues Marcia and Cameron with me to put our imaginations to work with our new lesson, Cloud Chronicles, Tales from the Sky. Marcia, Cameron, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Before we get started, I wanted to take a moment to introduce Cameron, one of our brilliant Unity developers who played a really critical role in the development of this lesson. Cameron, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Cameron. I've been a developer here at Floreo for not as long. I'm kind of a newer hire to the team, but I've been here for a good 6, 7 months at least. And yeah, this was kind of some of the first lessons that I was tasked with, bringing a little bit of game development experience to.
Thanks, Cameron. Yeah, we're so excited to have you on our team. Okay, let's dive into Cloudy Chronicles Tales from the Sky. So we are back with our new friend Myra, and this lesson is all about creativity and imaginative play. So here you are observing cloud shapes and creating stories based on what you see with Myra. It is a really interactive experience aimed at fostering storytelling skills and imagination. Our learners get to co-create stories in a structured setting. This lesson is specifically designed to enhance communication skills, social interactions, and encourage creative and imaginative play. We really try to think of a unique way that we can teach these skills, model these skills, and we really wanted to make it fun and interactive and put it in a new environment that you haven't seen before. Cameron, tell us about how this lesson came to life.
So this lesson came to life. Originally, the idea was just kind of laying on a hill, looking at the sky, and that's, I think everyone has that sort of experience where you see shapes in the clouds and you imagine what they could be. So the idea was to do something similar for the lesson and allow the learner to kind of do that alongside a peer. So that's where you get the cooperative play element to it. In terms of how you play the lesson, it's very similar to that. You're leaning over this railing and you're seeing these shapes in the sky. So the shapes were a bit of a challenge for us because it's hard to allow that creativity, but also guide the learner a little bit, just because we have to do input and output and know, kind of what they're saying to code the rest of the lesson. So it was very challenging to kind of, straddle that line between a guided lesson and a completely free-form creative lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely spent a lot of time working on these cloud shapes. Cameron, you, and I say we, I really mean you spent a lot of time working on these beautiful cloud shapes, but they're truly fantastic. It really does feel like you're looking at clouds in the sky. Cameron, can you tell us a little bit about, because in this lesson, we have three themes that the learner gets to go through when building the story with Myra. Can you tell us a little bit about those themes?
Yes, this was a bit more of the this is kind of a little bit how we guide the learner, and this is how we kind of incorporate the cooperative play. So during the course of the lesson, the learner will tell stories along with Myra. So Myra will provide prompts, and you look to the clouds to find what kind of story that you want to play or want to say. We have three different story trees in here. The first of which is a birthday party, at which learners will talk about what they're going to eat or what gifts they're going to bring. The second is a journey, at which they'll talk about, they'll imagine what types of transportation and destinations that they're going to go to. And then the third is a more imaginative stuffed animal adventure. So they'll pick a character from the clouds and, pick an activity that they're doing.
Thanks, Cameron. So I'm sure a lot of you are probably thinking, my learner has a hard time with creative thinking, imaginative thinking. I'm going to play this lesson with them, and when I ask them what they see, they're just going to tell me a cloud. So how can I really make this a meaningful experience for my learner? And absolutely, imaginative thinking can be challenging for many learners. So if you have a learner that tends to only see clouds as clouds, you can support their thinking and you can guide them, right? So you can use, as you've seen while Heather has been playing through the lesson, there's a set of buttons that have some predefined cloud shapes on them. You don't have to select those, but you can essentially use those as coach guidance. So if Heather is really having a hard time seeing any shape in the cloud, I can say, I see one that looks like an umbrella. Do you see it? You can also ask them to describe what they see in the clouds themselves, right? So what do they look like? What's their color? What's their shape? You can use these as stepping stones toward that more imaginative thinking. This lesson, as Cameron mentioned, is designed to be flexible and accommodating to different levels of creativity and imagination. And the goal is to make this experience enjoyable, regardless of how vivid their imagination is. At the end of the day, we want this to be a fun experience so that in real life, they want to play and interact with their peers. Another question you're probably thinking is, are there right or wrong answers in this lesson? And how should I guide my learner when they're using their imagination? And I think one of my favorite parts about this lesson is that there are no right or wrong answers. It's all about letting your learner's imagination soar. We want to encourage our learners to think freely and creatively without the pressure of being correct or being right. And so as the coach, your role is just to support and validate their ideas and their visions, no matter how whimsical or wacky they may seem. If they say this cloud looks like a pineapple, or it's a dancing elephant, or I think they're going to, I don't know, an island on the moon, that's fantastic. This lesson is meant to celebrate all of those ideas and to celebrate their imagination. And it's really an opportunity for our learners to express themselves uniquely and build their confidence with these skills. Cameron, do you have anything else you want to add about this lesson for our coaches?
I think I particularly liked this lesson in general for what you just said, was the fact that the learners get to explore and they use their imagination, and that there's no right or wrong answer. One very important part of learning is engagement, and engagement with material. And there has to be an element of fun. And sometimes that's not thought of as much when teaching skills. It's all, get to the skill and get to exactly what you need to learn. But just the overall feeling and emotion during the learning process, it can be just as important as what we're teaching. So that's why I think I really like this lesson and some of the pivotal lessons that we've worked on.
Yeah, agree with that. Well, thank you so much, Cameron, for joining us today. I hope you all have the opportunity to play around with Cloudy Chronicles Trails from the Sky. It's a really fun time.
We can't wait to hear what you think. Thanks, everyone. It's fun to see you again.